and the sword freaking chips. It breaks.
It breaks. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was cool.
Hey everybody, welcome to Needs Garlic. Hope you're having a great morning, noon, afternoon, evening, whatever you're going through in life today. So we're basically on the air of YouTube. Not really live, but how do you feel? Does it feel
It's kind of
different?
nerve wracking.
It is kind of nerve wracking.
But I like the jump we're doing. From just podcast to on video. Obviously, it's nerve wracking looking at yourself.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because we didn't think we were going to do this. Not like soon, but like I know with me and Tweety mainly we've been talking about doing visuals, and now we're actually here doing it, which is pretty cool. And oh my gosh, it's crazy. So yes, we have been doing podcasts for a while now. Of course, Needs Garlic. So if we haven't checked us out on there, go for it. But today we're gonna be live with you, not really live, but we're gonna be talking to you about something that just came out again, and that's gonna be Avengers Endgame. The re-release, something about
DLC.
Yeah, the DLC. We wanted to do this episode just to kind of give our opinions and our reviews on what actually happened in this new re-release of the Endgame. So first of all, Hero, you liked the movie, right? Obviously,
I loved it.
It's like the
I
best
loved
thing.
it.
And obviously, watching it a second time, you would think that all these spoiler alert, right? You would think that all these deaths would be like so much easier to deal with, but it made things even worse. And I was even more sad when you see Black Widow die, and then when you see Tony
It's
die.
coming. And
Yeah.
you like brace for it, and then it's so sad.
It is sad, and I just don't like seeing my favorite hero. But honestly, sorry, let me finish that thought. I don't like seeing my favorite heroes die, and Endgame was one of those movies that made me really appreciate Black Widow. I mean, Tony, yes, if you've followed us in the podcast, you know how I feel about Tony. But Black Widow is just something like she was always there, like not in a bad way, and it doesn't really hit you, or you don't seem to miss, or you don't seem what's that phrase? You don't know what you have until you've lost it,
okay.
and Black Widow was just amazing, and I think she had a very good outing, with Endgame and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen Endgame, or I guess the re-release thingy, then this is not the video for you. Or in this case, the podcast for you. So basically, here, let's go with you. And what do you think about what happened in Endgame?
Well, I mean, essentially, it's the same thing. Like it's not that it's not a lot, but you're not missing out on a lot of things.
Except on a good time.
On a good time, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, just the movie alone is good enough to go to the theaters again. Like, I wouldn't mind going if they were just showing the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, because the MCU is the MCU with great movies. So.
Yeah, so it was fine with me. Like, whatever they were gonna show extra was just already that much more.
Mm-hmm.
But
and obviously, all of y'all know that they've talked about what's added in the re-release. Like, it's online. Like, we were gonna talk about it, but then we realized people already know by now. It's just not
yeah.
really. For those of you that haven't seen it again, what I like about it is just it's obviously there was a Stan Lee tribute, which it made me tear up a lot just
Wow,
because
that was really.
it was really good, and
It was really good.
It showed Stan Lee's true colors. Like, it made, no matter how old he was in those cameos or whatever in life, he was just so amazed about his creations becoming real life, and that he was part of his own projects in a way. Like, he helped make these heroes, and the fact that he was able to be in movies with these heroes was pretty cool. Another thing that you missed was a deleted scenes, which did include the Hulk, but I don't know if you like the Hulk, but it was pretty interesting. I was kind of like caught off guard with the like CGI kind of thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it doesn't move. He's just kind of like floating there as a CGI sticker kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it goes through the whole scene, but he's just like not really moving. Like, his face expressions aren't really there.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon kind of thing.
But it would have been a cool scene to see him be a hero, like a regular everyday hero, saving people and stuff like that.
Yeah, because usually we don't see the Hulk ever doing. I mean,
he's a hero, but like I said, he's doing like catastrophes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, when was the last solo movie that we've seen of the Hulk? The only Hulk movie, right?
And saving people. I mean, he saves people in a way that he takes on the big monster, but not literally like carrying someone out of danger. So that was really cool. It would have been cool to see.
And then another thing too was I keep saying basically. Another thing that was added in the film was a sneak peek to Spider-Man Far From Home, which should I talk about? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
We haven't seen,
But,
obviously.
yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was just Nick Fury and Miranda. With
Mariah Carey.
with Maria Hill when they were going to Mexico, or they're in Mexico, and then they're basically coming to a reported scene of like a what
Tornado.
yeah, a tornado or some kind of storm, and
Because they said it was a tornado with a face.
yeah, and then Maria was like, people see things all the time, and then obviously Sandman, I'm assuming, right? It was Sandman that came out from the ground, and then Mysterio pops up and he's like, what did he say?
Is this in your fight or get out of here, something like that?
I don't think it was either of those, but it's okay. But then he comes up and then it just shows, Mysterio doing his thing. So when it comes to things that you probably weren't gonna see if you didn't watch the movie, was just those three things. And then of course, I believe it's Anthony Russo that came up and just had a small introduction, thanked us, and then in the end of the movie, he was like, "Oh wait, but there's more." So it was pretty cool. I liked it. But going to the movie theater and watching Endgame for the second time, it made me see a lot of things that I didn't see before, which I kind of like doing in a movie, because you go to a movie for the first time and yes, you enjoy it, and sometimes people are out there that are like, "Oh, did you see this or that?" And sometimes I didn't.
Yeah, like catch all the things you missed the first time.
Yeah, my glasses keep like falling off. It's like whoop, whoop, whoop. Anyways, but yeah, and then but it was so cool. And where do we begin? Well, I know like I said, we do have a podcast and we have talked about this before, but there are multiple theories that we're talking about in our in our recent episode, and that was basically us talking about Cap Shield with Tony and this and that, and going over there. I thought this whole time that Iron Man made him his new shield, but it wasn't the case. Whenever he was giving it back to Cap, he was basically saying that it was made for you.
It was made for you, yeah.
Yeah, and then let me just tell you one thing. Did you see that scene though I was talking about with Captain Marvel, like catching the snap? And...
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had seen it. That was really cool.
Yeah, but
she's quick.
Some people find that pointless, but whatever. So
that's not what they mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that was pretty cool. And then another thing, let's talk about our theory for a second. We're gonna backtrack. So last time what we saw was we're talking about Thanos' shield. Imagine Thanos' sword, and being all like strong and mighty, he's going and attacking Cap with his shield, breaking the shield. But let me tell you something, people of America, or wherever you're watching this.
Yeah, we have fans outside of America.
Okay,
gotta be more diverse.
Of the world. So there was this one scene where that one scene where it's like Scarlet Witch, and he's like, "You took everything from me," right? And then Thanos was like, "I don't even know who you are, punk," right? And then she goes and she's like, "Pew pew pew," right? And then she's like destroying Thanos, like his armor, and then she knocks Thanos' sword out of his hands or whatever, and the sword freaking chips. It breaks.
Yeah. That was cool.
And we were talking about this on the way home, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, what if?" Hear me out. What if Scarlet Witch is really one of the most powerful Avengers out there? I mean, think about it. You have Cap's shield, which is vibranium, and then you have a Mad Titan with a shield. God dang it, a shield with a sword, and the sword is breaking the shield, and we have Scarlet Witch breaking the sword.
Or maybe the shield
weaken the
Scarlet Witch.
Kind of like paper, rock, scissors. You know what I mean? Like sword beats shield, and then magic beats sword, and then shield beats magic. I don't know. We haven't seen the magic and the shield go hand in hand, but. I mean, it's crazy. So our theory was that maybe Scarlet Witch can break Cap's shield like papitas.
I think she can,
like 100%, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's what I was talking about.
I can't believe we didn't catch that before.
I mean, we were just. I mean, I know I was just surprised that.
Also, like, not many people are talking about it.
Nope, people are not. Maybe because they don't notice either. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't chipped or broken whenever they were fighting or whenever she was doing her, So it's just like I don't know, but I think. And that's why I was like mainly, remember how we're doing our top 10 list?
Yeah.
And I was basically, see that word again? I was, talking about Scarlet Witch and like her powers, and then but that made me forget about Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
But I strongly believe that Scarlet Witch is something you do not want to mess with at all, like period. And so I'm kind of wondering like where she's going to end up in the MCU. Like, is she done? Is she not going to be hurt anymore or seen anymore? Like, what's the thing? Because, in a way,
where is she gonna be at with what team? Like, who she's gonna team up with?
like in the future. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, the
She's an
Avengers,
Avenger.
the Avengers are still there.
Okay, so who we should do like a head count of the Avengers.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, obviously we have the Winter Soldier. I'm like way off today. We
Bucky
have
Barnes.
we have Bucky, but I don't know if he's an Avenger quite yet. But I know we do have the new.
He always hangs out with Sam, and Sam's obviously an Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
He's a soldier, kind of like Cap.
Especially him being the new Captain America.
Yeah. So there's them two.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Scarlet Witch, I believe.
Witch.
And then we have Spider-Man technically is an Avenger already.
I think he's still gonna do his own thing because he's a kid.
Yeah.
But he's there maybe to help out if there's another Avengers movie.
Would you consider Black Panther an Avenger? I mean, we have to be really picky about this though, because in the movie Endgame, he says Avengers Assemble. Obviously, they're all there.
Yeah.
Technically, in general, everybody that's a hero is an Avenger.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange could, because there's multiple things that Doctor Strange, Black Panther, they can be like, oh, if we need my help, we'll be there, but we're not really in a team.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think about Black Panther and Doctor Strange.
Because Strange has the realms and all that stuff to deal with the cosmos, and then, well, of course, Wakanda for Black Panther. So it's kind of hard to say what team is still there.
Who are the first responders of
Nick Fury? No, I was kidding.
Nick Fury.
Well, technically, yeah. I mean, what happened?
Like, who lives in Avengers headquarters, mainly?
No one now. It's in the construction.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's blown out of the water, literally. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's hard to say. It's hard to say that we have a team because it's not really established yet. And maybe, because see, even like Captain Marvel, she's too busy. Thor's with the Guardians, and that's their own thing. So I mean, do we even have an Avengers team to begin with? We just have scattered heroes, you know.
I think them three for sure are a little trio for now.
Who?
Scarlet, Falcon, and War Machine 2. That's 4.
Oh yeah.
So Bucky, Falcon.
I think Bucky's gonna go on his own because he needs to redeem himself. Still, I feel like he as a character hasn't really developed, like not developed, but he hasn't found inner peace yet. Like, what has he done so far besides help the Avengers like fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe.
He's still trying to figure out his, So I don't know. Maybe.
That's true, because then when Black Panther gave him his arm in Infinity War, he was like, "Where's the fight?" Like, he already knew.
Yeah, like, why else give me an arm? So I mean, it just depends on where we stand on heroes, and it do be like that, So I don't know, but overall, let's go back to Endgame. Going off track. So a lot of times, a lot of things that I've mentioned or before, it's hard to reference podcasts, especially those that were being new on YouTube. But there's lots of things that even since Civil War, I think that was a great way to start Phase 3, which we recently just learned about, like how there's this great threat coming, and then we start by our heroes dividing and then coming together for Endgame, right? But it's just, what can you do? Like, you build up this whole thing, you build up a team, and then what made up the team? The original 6.
Yeah.
Most of them are gone.
Half of them are gone.
And then what do you do? It's
no, more than half of them are gone.
Oh yeah.
4 of them are
retired, gone, dead, old. So I mean, we'll see. But Endgame was really good. I really hope that you do. Oh, we got a poster too for watching the movie.
You haven't? We should show it.
I didn't bring it with me. It's in the other room, but it was basically a picture of the Iron Man gauntlet. It was like room. So it was pretty cool. Honestly, I think you should all go watch Endgame. I think
just go watch it because it's just a rewatchable movie.
And
in my opinion,
like I said, we've missed things before, and we caught it the second time, dealing with Cap's shield, dealing with Scarlet Witch and her ultimate powerful power. And it's just it's crazy. So I don't. Well, they said it was going to end right with Far From Home. I think was the last.
Yeah,
movie.
They said that was the Infinity Saga. So anything after Far From Home would be the new
Phase 4 kind of thing.
kind of like a new saga starting from scratch.
But what can we see? But what do you expect from this new saga though? Because obviously we have Far From Home.
Do you know what's after Far From Home? Like, what movie's coming out next?
I want to say it's Black Panther 2. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But it could be that. I know Captain Marvel 2 is coming out 2021. And then we have other movies coming out, like the not the Inhumans. What are they called? the not the Celestial. What are they called? I already forgot. But we have like Nova coming out supposedly, and then apparently we have a Secret Wars Avengers movie. I don't know about that. That'd be kind of cool to see though. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. But anyways, with Far From Home, we do. You've seen the trailers. If you haven't, go check it out. You do know that we well, they, not we. I'm not part of the freaking producing stuff, but they mentioned the multiverse, and so, and obviously in the real world, you do know about like the contracts of Fox and Disney and this and that, and then Marvel already working with Sony with Spider-Man. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some crossovers like with the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and many other things that possibly can be introduced to the universe. So it's just I don't know what to expect from Phase 4. It's because
I
only
know.
for sure hero that I know that's gonna come back is Spider-Man. Because well, I mean I know it's still in Phase 3, the Far From Home, but there's going to be a new movie. There has to be. He's growing. He's still becoming a hero, and we still
Phase 3
have
is so big, right?
yeah like 10 movies.
That's crazy.
And then, you know, without knowing what Black Panther's 2 going to be about, Doctor Strange 2, Captain Marvel 2, there's just so many speculations that we can't even tell. Especially with, you know, the Asgardians of the galaxy now. They're going to be dealing with the cosmos, and so is Captain Marvel. So maybe we're going to take a break from the Earthians and probably explore the universe more, you know? Just because,
That makes sense.
I mean, it's nice to have 3 phases on Earth, you know, and galaxies is the exception. But I think it would be nice to mainly focus on, you know, like the multiverse, outer space, the cosmos, dealing with the cosmics, dealing with the celestials, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we never know what's going to happen. And that's what makes it more exciting, you know? Like, it's just now what? Because overall, we, you know, fans of the MCU have obviously tried their best to figure out what's going to happen. And now I think it's the first time where people are like, well, now what, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with Spider-Man Far From Home. But I think with Spider-Man and the multiverse, there's, like I said, it's endless possibilities. And I just hope that they do things correctly. Will Tobey Maguire come back, you know? Andrew Garfield? Well, the we know the X-Men are going to come back, obviously. They're already looking at recasting for Logan and Wolverine. Well, same person. But, I mean, we don't know. I would like to see a Fantastic Four, because many of you that have heard, or hopefully will hear our podcast, you will know how I feel about Doctor Doom and all the movies he's been in. So, get ready for that. But it's just, I don't know. It's exciting to think about, but I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
What about Batman? What do you come? Oh, imagine. Whoa. But we'll see. I really wish that they can see like my Pop Pet collection in the very front over there. Well, that'd be kind of cool. just the camera. But overall, with this episode, I just kind of want to get y'all to get used to seeing our whatever faces. We've been in the
faces.
No, but I mean, I just think that we're gonna be trying to do both things, and we want to be introduced in the YouTube world, and we are very excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it's very nerve-wracking to say that, but
my hands are sweaty.
It's always been like that.
Can you hear the sweat?
Stop. So hope you enjoyed this visual episode of Needs Garlic, and if you want to know more about us, stick around or go to our podcast. So thank you guys so much, and leave your comments on your opinions and your reviews on Endgame and what you think is going to happen in Phase 4. So, deuces.
Bye, guys.
Hey everybody, Needs Garlic here. So I hope you enjoyed our episode. It was really fun to be in the YouTube world. Don't forget to subscribe to us, please, and don't forget to check out. Oh yes, and don't forget to check out our podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
Needs Garlic.
So don't forget to subscribe. Do it. Okay.
That means
deuces.
you.
Oh, awkward.
Oh, deuces.